LEGO had a lot of X-Wing in its offer. After all, it's one of the most important vehicles in Star Wars universe. The first set was released in 1999. And so every 2 years, new better models appeared. I had several in my collection, but I've never had a good MOC before. I thought it was time to change that. Today you will see my new project, Luke Skywalker's X-Wing Fighter. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Many of you were probably wondering when new something from Star Wars would appear. And here it is. A new vehicle joins to my collection. I've been very busy building Castle MOC lately. Winter in the Ravensworth. Construction took as long as 6 months and consumed most of my parts. During this time, the Ahsoka series appeared, and many interesting ships that I want to build. My last Star Wars MOC was the N1 from the Mandalorian series, which I really like. But that was last year. I wanted to build a better X-Wing for a long time. I had another one in my collection. Maybe some of you remember my previous MOC. It was based on set 75-18. In my opinion, one of the best X-Wing ever released by LEGO. My first MOC was made a few years ago. It was basically a very big modification, but with many improvements. However, several things kept bothering me. The biggest drawback turned out to be the rubber bands in the wing mechanism. After some time, they lose their properties. The second thing is the cabin and the front. The glass placed at the small angle looks much better, which wasn't the case in my project. Before I talk about my new X-Wing, I also want to say something important. The instruction is ready and available on REBBRICKABLE.com. There are over 160 pages and 268 construction steps. I think you will like many of the techniques and ideas that I made. So let's talk about my new X-Wing. First, the dimensions. 32 cm wide and 34 cm long. Size is very similar to the previous model. Of course, it's minifig scale. But there are many more parts. The new fighter has 985 parts, which is quite a lot. I built it for 2 weeks, and I think that's quite fast. Now I will show you some interesting parts that are worth paying attention to. To start with, stickers from the set 75301. Thanks to them we have some nice details. Next, brick 1x1 with side set. Still a new part. I use it for the first time. Black curved slopes corner. I use them for display stand. 4x4 cylinder. Needed for engines. Some time ago there was a problem with it. Now it's easy available again. Hose, get your knives ready, because there will be some cuts. 2 slopes with keypad. Half cylinder. I use 4 pieces. And finally a windscreen. If you have the last X-Wing set, it will be much easier. Some additional information. The red parts mean that you can use any color. Bricklink estimates the construction cost at around €80, of course depending on where you placed the orders. In practice it will probably be a little more, I think about €100. I use several hoses that need to be cut beforehand. I describe everything in the instructions. 4 pieces are at the front of the engine, and 1 small connection in the front landing gear. I connected 2 bar holders here. I'll start discussing my new MOC with the wings. They are a copy from my previous project, but I've improved them a little. I wanted 4x4 size for the engines. The upper and lower wings are different. I installed landing gears at the bottom, which I will tell you about in a moment. I added cannons on the sides. I used a lot of candle parts here. Maybe I should have added 1x1 trans tile at the front. After all, the X-Wing had lights here, but I gave up on this addition for now. The tiles were a bit too big. Let's stay with the wings for a moment. it's time to say a few words about the mechanism. This time there are no rubber bands, and I am very happy about it. The principle of operation is the same as in the set 75301. I based this on Quarier's Workshop MOC, which best improved this mechanism. Opening the wings is very simple. Just press this button, and it's ready. Everything works fine and without problems. I added some inverted tiles from the bottom. But not only that. I left some stats here to install a display stand, which I am very pleased with it. See for yourself, it's very minimal style. There are no holes and stats here. I think I will make more such display stand for other MOCs, for example my N1. In addition to the display stand, my X-Wing can also stand on landing gears. In this model I solve it much better than before. I will start with the front. I managed to fit everything here very well. After assembling the front landing gear, there are almost no gaps. At the back the landing gears are hidden in the engines. I made the cover from the curved slopes. This is not a perfect solution. Currently there is no better part that will allow me to cover it. I tried this slope, but I didn't like the end result. Maybe you have a better idea for this. Write me in the comment. Now it's time to place the minifigures. On the back is R2-D2, who can be easily pulled out. However, if you don't plan to remove it, it's worth adding additional 2x1 plates on the sides. I think it looks much better then. The cabin is quite large and cozy. You can see a comfortable armchair here. I also added some screens and control stick. Unfortunately, the lightsaber won't fit, unless it's turned off. The front of my MOC consists of many difficult connections. There is a hose inside that serves several functions. I like that I was able to mount the top cover firmly. It's possible that this is a bit an illegal technique, because the tile doesn't adhere completely to the sets, but everything is holding strong. There are a lot of slopes on the bottom, which are attached in several places. Thanks to this, everything is held tightly. And finally, there's still a big left. I spent 2 days to come up with this shape. I was looking for many different projects. I watched how Jarak, Fukasaku and others built it. I managed to do it in another way. See what it looks like inside. I use brackets here and round plates with bar. The whole thing is mounted with a pin, but it's held very well. Now compare my X-Wing with other MOCs. With N1, with my Outland TIE, and with Slave 1. And this is what my new MOC looks like. X-Wing Fighter. Write in the comment how you like it. I would like to remind you that the instructions are available. Check the video description. I don't know yet what will be next. Maybe I will do another fighter from Ahsoka series. In next year I am restarting the Minecraft, and there will be many projects from this series. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye!